Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. It's been a while since we spun the wheel last, so I think it's about a good time to do it. We haven't done it since Mirror Dungeon 2 was still, a thing. In case you don't know, the wheel, we've got a bunch of random viewers submitted ideas for runs on this wheel, and we're going to spin it, and we're going to do whatever lands. So let's just get going. And Whistleblower, okay. This one, the basic idea is where we play around Grip Faust whistles. So we want to run a team that can consistently get Lust going. And I'm gonna need to figure out just the best way to do that. But basically, every single turn, I need to trigger Grip Faust. So give me a second to figure out what this team's gonna look like. Alright, the team has been built now. There's a total of 5 Sinners that have Lust defensive skills that we're going to be using here. Of course, Grip Faust is kind of the pinnacle, the key point of this entire run, so gotta run her. We need to make sure that every turn that we can, we get Whistle trigger, so we need at least 4 Lust skills. So in order to maximize this, I've taken... So the 5 Sinners that have Lust defensive skill, of course, Grip Faust. We've got Dawn, Ryoshu, Merso, and Gregor. There's a couple of these Sinners that have more options, like... You've got a lot of options. This is Lust, this is Lust. All your 3-stars have Lust defensive skills. So there's a couple options for you, but I went with RB because, it's the one that's got the most arrest bar right now. We've got Leo Merso, we've got Chef Gregor. I think Dawn also had a couple other options, but I just went with this because, the bleed synergy, potentially get some nailed stuff going on. Keyword being potentially. Because, yeah, you were also an option. And as far as the 6th person on this team, I haven't really decided. I think I'm just going to go with you, though. Because you've got a Lust skill one. Not a good one, but it's something. I'm still playing based on the rest bar to a certain degree. And the question is, we could definitely get some bleed stuff going. I started with this. I figured I might as well not bother resetting for the bleed EU gift. Because while I could benefit from it, don't really need it. Does this team even have enough bleed to trigger it? I don't think it does. Yeah, because you don't have any bleed, unfortunately. And you are not a bleed unit, of course. So we've got 4 bleed identities here, because you've got some bleed, right? Yeah, you've got bleed. You're of course bleed. You're of course bleed. So we've got 4 bleed IDs. If we had 1 more, then we'd be able to get the bleed fusion gift going. Don't really think we need to bother the fusion gift every run, though, so... Fine with me. Also, if you hear a weird sound in the background, that's probably my dog. Don't know what to pick up. Okay, we can immediately get a good whistles off here. That's good to see. We're gonna need to use that a lot. Maybe I should reorder the Sinners a little bit. Trying to think of if it would be beneficial to make it so maybe Dawn was 2nd instead of Ryoshu, because that way Faust and Dawn would be the 2 that always gain the Fanatic from Whistles. If we're going to be using it every turn, we might as well make it so that we are actually giving Fanatic to 2 people. Of course, it won't matter until we're at full sanity. Right now, the people targeting are just the people low on sanity. That's fine. Probably should have also checked egos, make sure I had any Lust egos equipped if possible. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. What even is there for Lust? I mean, I guess I'm missing out on having Rosé, Desire, and Honglu. That could have been beneficial. I think otherwise I've mostly got, the normal Lust stuff anyways, as far as I could go. Because, I mean, the thing is, the most important person on the team is probably Dawn in general, because, playtimes too. Maybe we can get another whistles off this turn. Excellent. And yeah, we're stacking a fair bit of bleed, just kind of naturally. So we could definitely get some benefits out of that, thanks to Wound Declared, stuff like that, especially if we get Wound Declared plus. I mean, we don't have that many Wrath skills, but it's still something. As far as stuff that directly synergizes with Lust skills, there are a couple options. The Rusted Knife, Tier 3 Bleed gift, and Bleed skills with more bleed, and Lust Bleed skills with even more bleed. That's definitely a potential idea for something that synergizes well. I know the Like, the sinking, the Thorn Ego Gift and, like, sinking, that one also, like, has Lust Absolute Resonance synergy. But then again, that's just sinking. It doesn't really help us that much, so no need to worry about it. Haven't needed to use any defensive skills yet, that's nice. We will use them when necessary. That is what this team is for. Okay, we need to use a defensive skill here. You can use it. That'll work. We gotta get the 4 Lust Resins. I almost proceeded to just immediately forget the entire gimmick and not bother going for the Lust Resins, but I remembered. I'm not that stupid, surely. Probably some other things that have Lust synergy. Oh yeah, it's the burn one, right? Helderfly, I think, makes it so you Lust skills inflict burn. So that's also something we could get if we want even more Lust synergy. And we do have a little bit of burn stuff because of Merceau, but only a little bit. Our only source of burn count is this skill 3 right now, unfortunately. Okay, I need to check something real quick. Okay, I think everything's fine. Just wanted to make sure that, the noise from my dog wasn't, picking up on the mic too bad. Pretty loud for me, but luckily the mic doesn't seem to be picking it up. Work link. This is the time duck, which you need to call a rabbit, I believe, to get the ego gift. Not one that helps us too much, but that's fine. Because it's the melted spring, it's a sinking one. I mean, I guess that could work well if we get the ego gift that benefits with lust, than just like sinking enemies on lust resonance. Okay, as far as this goes, your skill 1 is lust. We don't need to change your skill set. Nothing else here synergizes with lust particularly. I think that's probably just gonna be the joke. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on looking for anything that synergizes with lust. Your skill 1 is lust, right? Yeah, I believe so. Not great for us then. I mean, pure stuff is pretty good for our team. Somewhat. We've got some Pierce. Still nothing's really calling out to me here of these. Dawn skills. Oh, Dust to Dust. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. It's Sloth Absolute Resin to get the more burned on enemies. This means enemies will start with burn potency, burn count. We'll be in a better spot. We'll take the coin. This will be really good for the Dawn shenanigans later on. And we can take a Fiery Down to finish things off. Yeah, no, Fiery Down, not Helterfly, is the one that is based on Lust. Yeah, Helterfly just inflicts it whenever you... What is it, whenever you use a burn skill only for Helterfly, is it? I forget the specifics of Helterfly. No, Fiery Down makes it so you inflict more burn whenever inflicting any damage with Lust or burn skills to enemies. Okay, we can immediately start with the Lust Resonance. If I wanted to be smart, I'd do something like this to start out with, instead of doing the full Resonance. Which is tempting. We go for a Cloud Cider. Yeah, that'll work. Then we don't get like an actual absolute resonance for Lust, but we don't need it for our benefit. So that should be good. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we're decently into the run now. Time to talk about the Walpurgis Night trailer. A little interesting, because it seems to be focusing almost entirely on LobCorp this time around. Which is nice. I mean, they might have to start like a pattern of this. So like, oh, LobCorp banner, and like, next time it'll be Ruina banner, alternate between the two, eventually throw in like a Distortion Detective banner, stuff like that. It sounds pretty cool. But yeah, Lantern Dawn, definitely not an ego I would have predicted at all. Especially since we do have, 2 different egos called Lantern in the game now. One of them being, an actual ego, and that one just being a lobotomy ego. Wacky stuff. I especially like how, if you haven't seen it, she's got several ego gifts on her to some random admin. She's got, like, the Somewhere Spear with a Fragment from Somewhere Brooch from Fragment of the Universe. And she's got, like, the Void Dream Horns. Oh, this is the one I was talking about before. Lust for Absolute Resonance, like sinking to all enemies. Yippee. We'll take it. Special Contract's good too, but like, yeah, that's fine. On top of the fact that she's got the funny teeth as well. Like, in her skill 3, she straight up just bites the enemy. She is unhinged. It fits Dawn though. It definitely does fit
나설 만한
Dawn
곳이어야 할
to just
겁니다.
fight her enemies. And also announcers. Announcers are cool and all. I am very worried about the fact that they are. It's sure to call them extractable announcers. How that's gonna work is worrying, but I get the feeling that they're not exactly going to be very easy to very high chances to get if they are going to be extractable.
아니,
Like in case you didn't see, like it did specifically call them extractable announcers in the trailer. So that's why I'm a little concerned. Because I don't have a good track record with Walpurgis in the past. So if I don't get the announcers, I think I'll cut my losses there. I'll probably spend all of my lunacy until I get the announcers, if that is how it's gonna work. Hopefully it's like a 3% chance or something at least relatively decent. God, I'm saying 3% like it's decent. At least the announcers are probably gonna be like ego in the form that like once you get them you can't get like duplicates, I'd presume. And maybe they're calling them being I forgot to get the thing there. Okay, that's fine. It didn't change the outcome at all. But yeah, maybe it's just a rather like minor terminology difference too. That's the thing. Maybe they will just be dispensable, but if so, then it's probably going to be paid lunacy like it was for Yuri. You are not special. We got a rest stop now, and do we want to do anything? Probably want to upgrade Wind Clarity, yeah. Wrath skills inflict bleed as well. What does Fiery Down gain? Oh, more burn. Oh, that's actually funny too. 20% even more burn multiplier. That's interesting. Rusted muzzle. Focus on the bleed a little bit. We could get this to ++ so that we just flash skills inflict some bleed count. Yeah, we need some bleed count for this team. Yeah, that seems like a good use of our cost. Fiery Down plus and Wound Cleared ++. Not bad. I keep on forgetting. I keep on trying to remind myself to switch up the team order so that Dawn is second, but I keep on forgetting to. Oh well. I'll remember one day, maybe. You guys resist lust a little bit. Unfortunate for you. Or unfortunate for us, but you know, fortunate for you for now that you survive a little bit longer. Only a little bit, though. You still will perish. Very soon, I think. Neutral? Yeah.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
Going right now is Gregor, my dog Gregor, to specify. I've given him a bully stick, and he has been thoroughly distracted by that. Although he's making a constant, like, bitey type noise on it. Which is why I was worried the sound was going through. But no, that seems like... So when I saw that, I was checking, I went through the video to make sure that it wasn't, like, constantly picking up, and I don't think it's picking up. Although chances are it's picking up now out of spite. Doesn't look like it, but I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you can slightly hear some weird noises when I'm, like, talking. Let's just watch him. Okay, we're gonna need to use some defensive skills here, that's fine. They'd use the defensive skills on these two. Like that, and then everyone else is just gonna be on kill duty this turn. As we often are. Kill duty. We love kill duty. Kill issue. Okay, nice. Cloud Cutter kills, of course, and Umbraso's skill 3 probably kills this guy. Yeah, okay, it does. No need to be worried about that. And then these two we didn't damage at all because we are just purely dodging them, but that's fine. This turn they should, if not perish, get very close to perishing. Oh, we gotta use quite a few defensive skills though. Definitely have you two defend. You guys aren't really doing too much. And you guys can actually get some attacks off. Something like that, perhaps. Could work well. I know I'm not clashing with the defensive skills, and that's because I don't think it really matters too much. So yep, that's a kill. And can Dawn do enough damage to get this guy dead? We have to kill with Hong Lu's skill 1. It should do 17 damage, I'd hope. on a staggered enemy. Yep, nice. Sorry. Just watching the dog again, making sure he's not up to mischief, as he so frequently is. But yeah, I got distracted, so I didn't continue talking about, like, the Walpurgis trailer, but, like, the real insane thing is we're just getting Green Dawn as, like, a fight. That's cool. I wonder if it is going to be only Green Dawn, because if it's only, that feels a little underwhelming. I hope they also have, like, a Green Noon in there, because Green Dawn is Doubt. It's like the little robot guys that pierce enemies. In the trailer, you can see him just kind of stabbing Heathcliff a little bit. See one of them. And you can also see a bunch of them being, like, shot and stuff. Cool stuff. But my main thing about that is the fact that, like, if it's only them, they're really not that scary. If you throw, like, a green noon, though, Process of Understanding, then that'll be something definitely a little more, like, notable. Right? And I think it would fit well enough for them to be together. Did I not trigger whistles there? I think I might have forgotten to trigger whistles there. Whoops. It's gonna happen from now and then. Not like it's like it's a challenge that really isn't that, like, negative on the run most of the time. This guy is in a very staggered spot, it looks like. Also in a very burned spot. And a very dead spot, actually. Yeah, right, I forgot about that part. Oh yeah, you bleed a little bit. 58 damage, definitely enough damage that Hong Lu can do. And the other guy we're just dodging this turn. Okay, we dodged with the tails, that's nice. And then we kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Trying to dodge, not in my way. Uh-huh. We'll get some bleed off with our slash attacks, but yeah, he's out of bleed count now, so we're gonna need to build up it again. It's not gonna matter, he's getting staggered. We do another hack. Excellent. Excellent. There we go. Nice. Victory. Oh, coffee and cranes. Don't mind if I do. Oh, Char Disc is also funny. Also, Char Disc is affinity res up except Lust. Yeah, it's actually kind of better for us, I think. Spreading Burn, it's a pretty minor thing, but an offense level down to enemies with Burn, funny, and it means that Lust, we do more damage with Lust attacks compared to taking Coffee and Greens, and we also do not need non-Lust resources, because we're just going to be spamming Stew on Dawn, assumably, by the end of this run. That's usually the end goal of most runs, with, like, Lust focus. Do we have anything else good for Lust? Not particularly. Okay. You. Get whistles to trigger. Still have not remembered to alternate the team stuff yet. One day, maybe. One day. And you resist this, but it does not matter. You're getting ratioed. And yeah, almost full Lust res. Let's go for full Lust resistance. Why not? I guess we probably should have equipped 921 Faust. That's another thing I forget about that existing, but also that requires Gluttony. We do have some Gluttony on this team, though. And we do have some... This honestly would be one of the better times for 9-2 Faust. A run that's got, you know, got some Gluttony because of stuff like Chef Gregor and Dawn. So, like, we could have fueled it somewhat, especially if we went for Coffee and Cranes, we could have fueled it even better. You know, I'm not that insane. I'm not insane enough to, you know, focus on 9-2 Faust. And we do have Burn, too. This is a decent percentage on a non-burn team, thanks to Fiery Down, so yeah. It had potential. Not enough for me to really, like, feel like I need to go back and, like, throw on 9-2 Faust, though. I do not like it that much. You know? It's an ego in the game. Undeniably so, in fact.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
I don't know how much I have to say about it beyond that.
너 말.
Stagger. And, you know, you also inflict a little bit of bleed count thanks to the rusted muzzle there.
적중에 정신 못
Makes it that guy's in a very dead kind of state of mind. Whistles, once again.
되는 건
We get, you know, the sinking infliction as well. Thanks to the, I forgot the name, it literally just showed the name of it. Whatever the thorns are called. It's not thorns, it's like the thorn. There's two thorny ego gifts, and it always throws me off. I always know which one I'm talking about, because like one of them's like the ivy thorns, the one you get from the rose hunter, and the other one's like the sinking thorns, the ones you get from the heavenly commander's throne. What's it called? Thorny path. That's what it's called. And I forget what the other one's called, but something vaguely similar, most likely. Okay, we got our whistles. Blow the whistles. Means you have the fanatics, you're gaining final power against targets with nails. Decent bit of the enemies have nails, so it works out. That's a victory. Good stuff, good stuff. And we got a shop now. Gregor, it's just skill 1 we're using, right? Probably. Burning intellect. Sure. I'll take it. Why not? There's some degree of synergy there, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna save up, though. We've got a rest stop coming up. Let's see if we can upgrade anything else pretty beneficial. And let's actually remember to reorder our team right now. There we go. So now these two are the ones who get hit by the fanatic from whistles, always, as long as everyone is at max sanity. Which should be pretty good for us. Probably 81 lost. Probably as good a time as any to use at least one lifetime stew. Might as well, you know. And you can hit those three, why not? They're weak to blunt, they're weak to lust. It's a grody time for everyone involved. You can win that clash, that's something. You can win that clash. Get the Lust Resonance just so we have a big chain going. And, we don't need to actually do anything there. I was considering Force for the Flaming, for the, you know, more lust, but no need. Okay, nice. That's some nice bleed thanks to that. Love to see it. Nice burn on stuff like this. Gripping, doesn't trigger wound declared, right? Yeah. Because it doesn't have any bleed on it, it doesn't work with wound declared. I didn't even upgrade wound declared, so it doesn't, like, do anything for a wrath skill, but things like that. Yeah, once again, a lot of the N-Corp units kind of suffer Mutant 3 from nails not counting as bleed. Since they're technically not bleed units for some of them. And stuff like your skill 2 and skill 3 don't count as bleed skills, despite being very clearly heavily bleed focused. There's like 5 nails, 4 nails. This is an unfortunate thing. Kind of how things go sometimes. Okay, we do that. We do a little bit of that. Get the whistles going. And the Cloud Cutter you. Do some good damage. Butcher Beyond you. Do some good damage. Get a bunch of healing too, thanks to the bleed. Not bad, really. Same, you know, Chef Gregor is on the same center with G-Corp Gregor, who's got even better healing potential. But that's fine. That one burns to death, and this one gets killed by Dawn. And there we go. Death by burn. Good stuff, good stuff. Also, this floor is the wolf. Actually, that's pretty good for us, I think. I think we can stack a lot of burn, a lot of bleed on that guy. That'll be good. Yeah, we gotta deal with you first, though, and your speed values are annoying. You can hit that guy. Hit that guy. I know I can redirect you then, though. Okay, Chef needs to redirect you. Okay, yeah, we can redirect everything. That's good. You do that. You do that, and finally, you do that. Okay. Dominant on everything except for one favored, and of course the favored is from Chef Gregor, as is to be expected. Seems good. Nice. A little bit of bleed on that guy.
No.
A little bit of burn on this guy. A little bit of damage on this guy, really. Above 20 burn means it's about to be doubled.
치명적인 한방이었어.
거의 진압되겠는걸요?
맞아. 여기까지 다 울리지 않았어?
여기 썰고 저기 썰고. 다소 유리하구려.
He's still chewing on his bully stick. So silly. Okay, yeah, you can dodge there. Everyone else is gonna try and do some damage on at least one of these guys. See how well that goes. Yeah, we gotta do that, and we gotta do that. Okay. Some less than optimal attacks then, but that's fine by me. We're still doing plenty. Nice. Some random person gets your burn. Spreads like a wildfire, like it's kind of like the force of a wildfire, you know? Yeah. Yeah, you're at 92 burn now. Cool. You're on killing that guy duty. That should work. Okay. They all die, we get our whistles, and we get to the rest stop now. See what else we want to upgrade. We could upgrade the Thorny Path to make it so that it's, I think, just any Lust Resonance instead of needing Lust Absolute Resonance to make sure that it's guaranteed to trigger every turn for us. Not that it's very useful, but it's something. Oh wow, a little bit more burn, cool. Because we have Dust to Dust, it'll actually trigger. We could actually make the Burn Fusion gift this run. Unfortunately, it does nothing for us because Fusion gifts are a little lame. More burn count. Just more burn potency at the end of the start of the wave. That's actually a pretty good effect, though. Sloth of Resonance instead of Absolute Resonance. That's pretty good, too. We can do that occasionally, and not frequently, though. Yeah, because we need your skill 3 and, your skill 2, I believe. Those are the only slot skills we have. Yeah, not happening too much. Lust and Resonance in general. Tempting. Yeah, we could focus on this a little bit if we wanted to. It's only allows the skills that inflict burn potency, though. It's only going to apply to Merso. Not worth it, then. Okay, inflict 2 burns on all enemies with burn. It's gonna be fine either way. Okay, we get the wound to clear it up then. That's good enough for me. I should have stopped for a second. That's fine. Should have seen if I had anything I wanted to fuse some Lust gifts together, possibly get like the Rusty Knife or something. I don't really think I did though. I kind of like all my gifts as they are. Okay, we're gonna one-sided you a bunch, and there's a good reason for that. Bleed. I want to try seeing if we can stack a bunch of bleed on this guy, and clashing him is the way to not do it. Yeah, you can hit multiple parts if you feel like it. Why not? Why not? Hit the head a little bit.
제 불을 따라오십시오.
We trigger whistles there. We've got nails on the body, so you know Fanatic is gonna work for us. Get a final power up. Our slash attacks are ones that inflict bleed count, so you know it's not exactly the best bleed count right now. Far from it, in fact.
효과적이네요.
Yeah, you're going to run out of bleed immediately, but that's like 100 damage worth of bleed. That's not bad. We just kind of need something for bleed count, and we really do not have anything for bleed count. Okay, and then we finish it off with a little bit of a soup. Very annoying that, that for some reason they decided no Hong Lu's skill should go twice instead of Dawn's when Dawn's was on the left, and I think it's because of the clash, but yeah, still a little unfortunate.
어떻게라도 보존될 테니.
Just a little bit. Okay. Let's see if we can get some better bleed stuff going on this turn. Potentially. You freshen up. It is bleed count. Okay, that's nice. That's bleed count too. That's also nice. Then we need to just use lust skills with everyone else. That's fine. Yeah, this works. We trigger whistles. You've got nails already, so we do gain the Fanatic final power up immediately. That's good. You've got enough bleed count that I do not think you can run out this turn. Yeah, definitely not. That's good. And Honglu staggers you, so you don't actually get to use your bleed.
저 부표처럼 흔들리는 놈이 제
Fine by me.
감이겠네요.
Not really something to like complain about after all. We need to clash with you a little bit. How does Cloudburst do? Not well. Fanatical Judgment, not well. IH? Oh, IH does it. Okay, there we go. And let's just keep on attacking the body. No reason not to. There we go. It looks good. Gotta make sure the whistles went off, of course. A little bit of an IH here. Just to make sure that this guy doesn't get his funny mass attack off. Cloud Cutter should do a lot of damage. Oh no, the target had... Oh yeah, right. He's got a little bit of bleed, so it actually doesn't do a lot of damage. Forgot about that part. Silly me, should've just gone for Cloudburst. Yeah, we'll clash against you. Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing, Buster. If that's what you want, then of course we're gonna give it to you. Oh, no Lust Resonance? There we go. Not really too concerned about what happens here. No matter what, he's dead this turn. Thanks to the little bit of bleed he has. I'm fine going for a couple defensive skills just to make sure we continue with the joke. And there we go. Pretty convenient. Not bad. Now, are the whistles themselves actually helping the run? Very little. Oh, we can double bleed though. That's good. It's only bleed with skill effects, so it doesn't affect like the bleed we're affecting with our ego gifts. So it's not that good of an effect, but it's still nice. A lot of fights this path, it would seem. That's okay. Small price to pay to get to the shop, unless I want to do something like this, but that's not really that big of an upgrade, so yeah. To the shop we shall go, slowly but surely. A lot of normal fights. That's okay. We can handle them.
걱정 마시오.
We can take them.
최후의 혈구 하나만 남아있다.
Nah, I'd win.
생명은 어떻게라도 보존될 테니.
A little bit of bleed already on that guy. Okay.
유감 없는 싸움을
Not bad, not
기대하겠어.
bad. They're all just getting offense level down pretty much constantly thanks to the tomfoolery in play. There we go, another whistles. Blow the whistles, everyone.
여기 썰고
Mercer's just blocking an attack, very stylishly, taking no damage, as you'd expect from Mercer, and his, you know, classic tankiness. Okay, let's look at some nails menus. Your bleed count will stay decent. Gotta make sure these guys bleed to death as much as possible.
지금은 기세를
And this is
다시
the final turn
잡았군요.
of burn, unfortunately, because their burn count is not great.
그런 거야?
It's really funny that we effectively only get the benefits from burn for the first 3 turns before it all goes away, because our only burn count infliction we can actually reasonably get off is Merso's skill 3. Now, don't get me wrong, if we get a Sloth Absolute Resonance, we will just give everyone a little bit of burn count, but, that is impossible. Because our only Sloth is on 2 of our Sinners. Now, if we get really lucky, and we wait till, like, they're not going to get more skill slots until turn, like, 4 or something, yeah, with the order I've got, so, like, it's going to take a while for us to actually get them, even in normal fights, and in Abno fights, it's impossible. Okay, this is more burn. Butterflies is... When inflicting burn with an enemy with burn, inflict total burn to all enemies. Wrath Up's resonance is even more burn. Yeah, that's not great. Fine, though. We don't need anything too good. Good boy. Good. You're just kind of dragging the bully stick around now. I don't even know if what a bully stick is common knowledge, but it's basically like this little like this like
부상 없이 나오는 게
I actually don't know what it's made of,
중요하지.
but it's just like a dog toy thing.
무슨들은 상관없어.
They chew on it for a while. Usually, sometimes it lasts a long time for dogs. Yeah. It takes this guy a while to get through him. He's been at it this entire time. Been at it for like an hour now, and he's still barely like gotten through any of that. He's definitely going to be very entertained by this for a while. That's nice. Keep him mentally stimulated. That's the thing. A little bit of a handful, so you enjoying it, buddy? You enjoying it? That's good. And Gregor, bud. These bunnies should not be too bad.
기세를 다시 잡았군요.
뭐
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
As to be expected. We do have a lot of pierce attacks. They don't do a lot, but we've also got a lot of slash attacks. They do a lot. And we've got some blood attacks.
이 방식을
They're neutral.
기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
I wonder if the Walpurgis stuff is going to be... I really wonder about the Walpurgis stuff, and how, like, I'm talking about the fight in particular. I assume it's going to be, like, maybe like a 3-wave fight or something. Will it just be a single node fight? Like, I don't think you can get much out of it if you are just sticking to doubt. If there's a little more, like, they could have, like, a couple fights of it, but I feel like... I'm really interested how they're going to implement it. I guess we'll see on Monday when they release patch notes. Because we did know they were going to make it so Walpurgis stuff was going to be, was going to contain fights in the future.
나설 만한 곳이어야 할
But we still don't know just how they're going to go about doing it. Who knows, maybe one of the announcers you'll get... Maybe that's how you get the Malkuth announcer. Maybe you'll just get that one for free or something, and maybe you need to extract the Pierre and Jack one. Would be a little strange, of course, but... Could check out, I guess. Hard to tell, really. Once again, that's the thing. There's so much potential with this kind of thing. And God, just seeing Green Dawn and like the Limbus art style is just really making me wish we'd get like a Lobgor remake someday. Like, I really like the Lobgor's art style itself, but God, does it pale in comparison to like the current like art style like TM has going for them. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. For now, I'm satisfied with not having to play LobCorp again for at least a couple more years. It's not exactly the kind of game you can keep on playing over and over again, back to back, without needing a little bit of a mental cleanse in between playthroughs, you know? Sure makes enough sense.
우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고.
I guess while we're on the topic of that, I will be streaming Ruina tomorrow. Feel free to join in for that. Link in the description. Forms for custom librarians in the description. Gotta make sure I plug that so you guys all know. It'll be 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, whatever that is in your time zone. Yada yada. It's the exact same time that these uploads normally come out. Of Daily Mirror Dungeon. So that's the time to be aware, I guess. Okay, what do we want here? Definitely not Heathcliff skills. I guess Sunshine wouldn't be the worst thing. Talisman Bundle. Flash skills inflict rupture potency. It's funny. It's like the rusted muzzle. Nuzzle, god. Yeah, it's rough. There's Coffee and Creams again. There's Gregor again. Gives Faust, yeah. Gives another skill too, so she's got a little bit more of her lust potential. And we'll take the plushie. Probably also, I guess we'll heal everyone. Not that we really need it. Everyone is still doing perfectly fine this run. But just for good luck.
제가 원하는 대로 베어버려도 되나요?
Okay, Encore time?
걱정 마시오.
Probably a good fight to pop like a lifetime stew. Why not?
생명 어떻게
I'm just feeling like it. This is a blunt mass deck after all. And we do have the Fanatic. Not that it matters because these guys don't have nails, but it's the thought that counts, I guess. I don't know. Dawn Soup is good.
하나비었어.
Still think it's a roughly controversial opinion. I do think Dawn's egos overall are definitely on the weaker side. Good to see that she's getting another thing. After this Walpurgis Night, everyone is going to have 7 identities at least, except for Ryoshu. So that means Ryoshu's going to be the only one who's like limited by the rest bars. Everyone, you're going to have at least 2. You should always have at least 2 people with full rest bars. For everyone except Ryoshu after you with the Walpurgis Night stuff. And also, I can't some people forgetting about this, but keep in mind, it is a Walpurgis Night. You cannot use shards for these upcoming identities. Luckily, it's only a 2-star and a 3-star. There's no ego this time, so it won't be as bad. The ego is the rarer thing, since identities are more common than egos. But still worrying. And also, if anything you missed out from past Walpurgis Night, you will be able to shard this time. So do still get a bunch of shards. Make sure you get a bunch of Faust shards, get a bunch of Merso shards, because both the Regret Identity and Ego are really good. So definitely make sure you get them if you don't have them already. And also Hook, Hong, and Loop, that's only 150 shards, so that's not as big of a worry. Make sure you get that as well. Really strong bleed ID. As far as 2-stars goes, it's like one of the strongest of them. Not that matters too much now. It really mattered during the Mirror Dungeon 3 days since
재미는 없겠지만
no, since the Mirror Dungeon 2 hard days is what I mean to say. Mirror Dungeon 2 hard days when you were forced to bring a couple 2-stars into Mirror Dungeon 2 hard to start out with, and you had to use them for at least a while. Having good 2-stars was very important. It's not as important now. You still get more starting costs by going with 2-stars, but it's not as big of a deal now. You could run a full 3-star team and still get away with it Mirror Dungeon 3 hard. Although, of course, the more identities the merrier, just kind of in general, right? And then the more options you have when dealing with rest bar stuff, and maximizing your Starlight game, all that sort of stuff, because you definitely want to get as much Starlight as possible. Just good. I've definitely made some really good progress on my Starlight tree so far. I've pretty much figured out, the right half of the thing. Which is good. That's the stuff I was prioritizing. Now I'm prioritizing the thing that actually increases the amount of cost I gain from random things, because those are 500 each, but they definitely can add up in time. More cost is good, even if it's a pretty a 10% increase or something. Okay, it's Slash and Wrath time. It's either Chromer or it is Fairy. I'm prepared to mute the game if it is Chromer. Unfortunately, it is not though. Okay, that's good.
걱정 마시오. 최후의 혈구 하나만 남아 있다면
You can be bled,
어떻게라도 보존될 테니.
I believe. Potentially. You can be burnt if nothing else. Yeah, bleed might not be good here simply because don't know if we can inflict enough of it in time. Because the speed is just a little too high this turn. I guess we could bind you next turn with or a little chef man. We'll quash some of these, not many of them though. Don't want to do anything too risky here. This turn we're just kind of still doing setup-y type stuff, I guess. You're gonna have a bunch of burn, it's gonna get doubled. Although of course burn count is not great, but we're gonna be inflicting more burn count on you with Merso. I forgot to trigger whistles as well. I kind of forgot. Oh well, that's fine. I'll remember to. Next turn and onwards, hopefully. Okay, you still have some bleed. You're gonna run out of count though this turn without a doubt. Unfortunately. We just can't do anything in time. But you have a bunch of nails, so next turn you will have a good bleed count going. So we'll be able to stack bleed next turn. And there's a little bit of bleed count this turn. We're doing it again. How nice. And the bind means that you're going to be super slow, so we'll have time to stack status effects on you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And there's 6 burn count now.
자,
That's good.
맞서보죠.
대단한 지휘야.
우리들에게
So we're going to go for a lifetime stew this turn.
또 아니잖아요.
Cloud Cutter, it's a little too late for Cloud Cutter, no benefits. Before Flame Stew, let's go full Lust mode. First things first, do a little bit of clashing. I'm fine if Dawn takes the counter here. Will it stagger her? Probably not. It'll probably be fine. We clash. Are we clashing everything? We are, okay. We don't know if we want to clash with this one though, but I mean actually we kind of do, yeah. Upon further analysis, that is our best chances. Okay, we're gonna double up on the Lifetime Stew. Maybe I should have corroded it. Corroding it would have been good too, because corroding we would have gotten even more of a damage buff. Okay, nice 200 damage to start out with. You get countered.
공격 능력 평가?
You're fine. That heals a lot. God, I forgot about that. Well, that's fine. Small price to pay. I think the mass attack makes up for it though, so I'm fine with that.
적확한 한압이었어.
How much burn and how much bleed we got from that. Very swell. More nails on you. Break the left arm so you're not going to actually spend any of your bleed this turn, so we can just spend this turn to build up your bleed, I suppose.
좀 수월해져.
Fragile next turn on your arm as well, thanks to this one. Getting the heads means it's 2 fragile instead of just 1. Good stuff, good stuff. You're gonna do your summoning thing next turn. You're gonna summon your funny clover, I know. You're like, oh no, I'm dying, ooh.
우리 하나
Tough luck,
박살나고
buddy. Tough luck,
그런
Buster.
상황방이었어.
Tough luck. I'm gonna corrode this too. Is it a bad idea? Maybe. But it's a funny one, and it sure is going exactly where I want it to. Nice. You'll get some sanity back. Because we'll trigger whistles. When aren't we triggering whistles for this run, after all? It's kind of the one thing we are doing this run.
재미는 없겠지만
That
그렇게
should be
할게요.
pretty good then. You need a little bit of sanity too, so you got hit this turn. That's actually nice. Doing even more damage with you this turn. Okay, 2 more fragile next turn. I mean, by that I mean 4 more fragile next turn. If he lives that long. I don't know if he does. He's kind of gonna be bleeding a bunch.
좋아. 도입하기에 성공했어. 계속 몰아붙이자고.
You know, he's really dead, isn't he? We've destroyed his funny clover. It's all broken now. He's super sad about it, I'm sure. We lose with that. Sanity gain from whistles, but not enough to make up for, you know, the fact you are only at 5 sanity. Well, that's fine. You die anyways.
좋아. 방금은 전략의 승리야.
You have any more attacks to go with? Or are you going to go out with a burn? Or with a bleed? Yes, you are. Nice. Pretty convenient. Pretty good fight, I gotta say.
가장 순수한
Towards the
세상으로.
purest world. If you say so. I forgot to check the damage. I was about to press the button and I forgot to. Oh well, give me a Starlight. 162, not bad. I get 160 more trinkets. I don't actually get that though. I've maxed out the thing now. I've claimed all my rewards from the event now. I did some grinding yesterday, so
정해진
that does not help me at all. Yeah, look at that 4,000 trinket sack.
정해진 시간에 기상하는
됐다.
것은
Yeah, give me my
상식적인
boxes.
시간 내용입니다. 관리자님을 포함한
Extraction time. I think so.
정해진 시간에 기상하는
Good thing is
것은
I'm fairly
상식적인 시간
prepared.
내용입니다.
I've got 30 pulls worth of tickets, a guaranteed 3-star ticket. I've got a little bit of lunacy. I've got a guaranteed 2-star ticket if, you know, I'm really desperate, and I know that it won't work, but like I could do it for the joke. I could do it for the bit, which is tempting. Still extraction time though. I've got some sweet lunacy. If push comes to shove, I will spend far too much money on this Walpurgis Night too. I'm willing to sink to the depths of despair once again. If need be. I am accustomed to such actions. Okay, 9 shard kind of day. Fine by me. But yeah, that will be all for this time. A funny little team idea. Once again, if you have any other ideas for things I can add to the wheel, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But if not, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.